Hello guys, welcome to my channel. In this video we will learn about the top 6 toxic plants for betta fish. So without wasting time, let's dive deep into this video. You must know betta fish are very hardy fish and loves to stay alone in the aquarium. That's why lots of beginners keep betta fish due to low maintenance. Some of them put some plants to look the aquarium cool. However, you must know that some of these plants are not suitable for them. Some plants actively hurt them and some do this passively. So it is obvious to know about 6 toxic plants if you are planning to make a planted betta tank. But before discussing, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon so that you can be notified when I bring this type of interesting fact about ornamental fish. The first and the most toxic plant for your betta fish is English ivy. So you must be cautious about this plant. This plant can be rotten under the water. At that time, this plant may create the aquarium unhabitable for your betta fish. So always try to avoid it. However, if you eagerly want to add this plant, then make sure to submerge the roots fully under the substrate and all the leaves should be on the top of the water surface. Furthermore, this plant is toxic to your skin also. More than 35,000 people are affected by this plant per year in the United States. So it is not recommended to add in the betta tank anyhow. The second one is peace lily. It is a very common aquatic plant but not good for a betta tank. It is such a plant that is not technically poisonous. However, from this plant chemical releases by which fish can become sick or even dead. This chemical is known as calcium oxalate. If you keep a peace lily in your aquarium, then betta fish may nibble if it runs out of food. At that time, calcium oxalate may release and make your aquarium toxic. Furthermore, betta fish are considered a labyrinth species. It means they can breathe from the air too. So fundamentally, they are not compatible with peace lilies. The third most toxic plant on our list is the money plant. You may be amazed by seeing the name, but it is what it is. Money plants are very well-known plants for home decor. People keep this plant inside the room to create a good ambience. However, it is not an aquatic plant technically. That is why, like peace lilies, the money plant is not also suitable for aquariums. Money plants can't be kept fully submerged in a betta tank. So in that direction, it is not compatible with betta fish. Not only that, but it releases calcium oxalate like peace lily that degrades the saline coat of betta fish. However, they are not fully toxic to aquarium fish but are not recommended to keep in a fish tank. Have you liked this video? No? This is not fair. Before knowing the rest of this plant's name, please like this video. I'm just waiting for it. I hope you have liked this video, right? So proceed to the next one. The fourth toxic plant for a betta fish is water lettuce. It is such a common plant that you may have seen in the ponds or rivers. The bad thing about this plant is it spreads all over the water surface if it is not cleared properly. So we can't say that it's suitable for betta tanks. A betta fish needs enough water surface to get oxygen from the air. Despite not being directly toxic to fish, water lettuce releases calcium oxalate like money plants or peace lily. So it will be a wise decision if you avoid this plant. On the other hand, water lettuce is bad for kids also. If you have kids in your home, then you should not build a planted betta tank with this plant. It releases chemicals that may burn your skin and mouth too. Moreover, it can damage your kidney also. The fifth toxic plant is water hemlock. It is very strictly prohibited. The water hemlock is not a popular plant for aquariums. though you can put it into your aquariums unknowingly, so you must be careful about this. Despite its name, it can't be placed in aquariums because of its toxic body parts. All of the parts of these plants are toxic. However, you must be more careful about the root. The root contains alkaloids that are fatal for fish and humans both. So, you should not be overwhelmed by its beauty. The last and final toxic plant on this list is Caladium. In general, people don't keep Caladium in aquariums. However, it is strictly not only about calcium oxalate, but you may find asparagine in it. This is very toxic to animals. Now, if you have other mammal pets like dogs or cats, then you must avoid them. They can nibble this unknowingly and may fall serious sickness. So, these are the top 6 plants you should not keep in your betta tank. We will meet again in the next video, so hit the like button if you have known a new thing about your betta fish. It will help me to make such videos for you. So, for now, it's time to go. Aquatic Expert signing off.